You know, this Sunday will be the third Sunday in Advent, the week we light the candle of joy. Look again at Romans 14, 17 through 19, what we talked about last week in our sermon, and think together about joy, what it is and how we experience it. I know no better way to introduce the topic than to quote, at some length, these revelatory words of Dallas Willard, who describes God as the most joyous being in the universe. In The Divine Conspiracy, he explains, "While I was teaching in South Africa some time ago, a young man took me out to see the beaches near his home in Port Elizabeth. I was totally unprepared for the experience. I had seen beaches, or so I thought, but when we came over the rise where the sea and land opened up to us, I stood in stunned silence, and then I slowly walked towards the waves. Words cannot capture the view that confronted me. I realized that God sees this all the time. He sees it, experiences it, knows it from every possible point of view. This and billions of other scenes like and unlike it. In this and billions of other worlds, great tidal waves of joy must constantly wash through his being. We pay a lot of money to get a tank with a few tropical fish in it and never tire of looking at their beauty and marvelous forms and movements. But God has seas full of them, which he constantly enjoys. We are enraptured by a well-done movie sequence, or by a few bars from an opera, or lines from a poem. We treasure our great experiences for a lifetime, and we may have very few of them, but he is simply one great, inexhaustible, and eternal experience of all that is good and true and beautiful and right." Willard concludes, "All of the good and beautiful things from which we occasionally drink tiny droplets of soul-exhilarating joy, God continuously experiences in all their breadth and depth and richness." Read Romans 14, 17 through 19 once again in preparation for our worship time. On Sunday, we will together rejoice in the joyful one and express our joy through worship. From our pastor Shane, come join us this Sunday, 10:15 a.m., California Road Missionary Church in Elkhart, Indiana.